Hello and welcome. So I'm going to begin this video with just a quick warm-up. So in the fridge at home, Alex has the following items. Have milk, some Coke, some orange juice. They also have some apples and some peaches. So he's decided for a snack after school, he's going to have one drink and one piece of fruit. So how many different options does he have to choose from? So he wants one drink, so either milk, Coke, or orange juice, and one fruit, either apples or peaches. So I want you to just work out how many different options there are to choose from. So just pause the video and then have a think, and then just write down the options and then unpause it and check. So pause it now. Okay, so hopefully you came up with the following. So if he has milk as his drink, well then he's going to obviously either have apples or he can have peaches. So there's two different options. If he has Coke, he can have apples or peaches. And if he has orange juice, he can have apples or peaches. So there's 6 different options Alex has. So there's 3 in the first group and 2 in the second group. Warm up 2. This time, he decides to add a couple extra items to the fridge. Now he has 4 different drink options. He's added iced tea. There's 3 different fruit options. He has some strawberries. He still wants to have a drink and eat a piece of fruit. So how many different options does he have to choose from now? So again, pause it, work out how many options he has. So obviously he has the 4 drink options, so he could have milk and apples, or he could have milk and peaches, or milk and strawberries, and then he could have Coke and apples, Coke and peaches, or Coke and strawberries. He could have orange juice and apples, orange juice and peaches, or orange juice and strawberries. He could have iced tea and apples, iced tea and peaches, or iced tea and strawberries. So there are 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 different options. So hopefully you can start to see a pattern. 3 and 2, 6, 4 and 3, 12. So in year 11 maths, we're not just going to count things. It's time consuming, okay? So we're going to look at counting as the number of possible arrangements. So we're going to look at things called permutations, combinations, etc. later on. But basically, just this is the broad question. How can the number of ways something will occur be counted without listing all of the outcomes? So we don't want to have to list all the outcomes. Time consuming, especially if there's more options to choose from. So there's something called the product principle, or it can be called the multiplication principle. So if there are m ways, so the m is just a letter for a number. So if there are some number of ways of doing an action and some other number of ways of doing another action, then there are m times n ways of performing both actions in succession, or one after the other. So like grabbing a drink from the fridge and then grabbing a fruit from the fridge, 4 times 3, there are 12 different options. 12 different ways of doing those two things, performing those two actions. So just a couple quick examples. Jane wants some ice cream. Ice cream shop has the following options: either a cup or a cone, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, or coffee. So 2 options, 4 options, and then only one of sprinkles, nuts, strawberries, or no toppings. So how many total possibilities to choose from are there? Well, simply there are 2. We're not going to list out all of them because we know it's either going to be 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 2 times 4 is 8, 8 times 4 is 32. So there's 32 different possibilities from the ice cream store. Obviously, this is a much simplified version. Ice cream store would have countless options. And it gets even more confusing because you could have multiple of these. You could have 2 scoops, 3 scoops, etc. But this is just a simplified example. And then again, at a steakhouse, you can choose from 5 different steaks: New York strip, fillet, ribeye, porterhouse, and sirloin. You can have it cooked in 3 different ways: rare, medium, or well done. And then you can have some sides, either mashed potato, baked potato, or sweet potato. So how many different steak dinners are possible? There are 5 from the first group, so it's going to be 5 times 3 from the second group times 3 from the third group. So 5 times 3 is 15, 15 times 3 is 45. So there's 45 different ways to have a steak dinner from the Outback Steakhouse. So now I want you to have a go at the Kahoot link on Daymap. Cheers.